There are a few big things that will really help you get to your fat loss goals. Over the next week or so, I'm just going to be listing a few of these out that I consider to be really important to help you get there. So today I'm going to be kicking things off with the most important thing, a calorie deficit. So I've said this 1,000,001 times and it still rings true. If you're not in a calorie deficit, you're not going to be getting fat loss. Plain and simple. So there are a few methods that are more accurate than others, and there's a few methods that are more convenient than others. So here are a few ideas that might help you get into that calorie deficit. So probably the least practical but the most accurate is using something like MyFitnessPal, which is an app that will help you track what you are eating. So with that in mind, you need to make sure you know roughly where your maintenance calories are and go a little bit beneath that. So there's loads of equations out there. They're all pretty much much of a muchness. At the end of the day, it's a case of seeing what happens when you go into your supposed calorie deficit. Once you get into that calorie deficit, see if the results are going the right way. If they are, great, keep on that number of calories. If they are not, then I would suggest you decrease the calories by anywhere between about 100, 200 calories and rinse and repeat that process, making sure you get to those goals. Fasting, there's 1,000,001 methods out there that are suggested that are supposed to be the best. Go with the one that is the most convenient for you and your lifestyle. Two really good examples in recent years are the 16-8 protocol, where for 16 hours you are fasting, for 8 hours is your eating window. And you also have the 5-2 method, where 2 days are very, very, very low calories and 5 days are just your kind of regular amount of calories maintenance level. Whether this is actually fasting or not could be argued otherwise, but I still consider it is. Trying to aim for smaller portions using hand size as a guide. So for example, you could say your palm is the protein amount you want during your meal, your fist is the kind of starchy carb for your meal, and 2 fists vegetables. And that's a good way of making sure you don't overeat. And another good way of kind of making sure you get into that calorie deficit or helping you towards it is by eating off smaller plates. Smaller plates give you the illusion you are eating more when it's kind of piled on top, when really you're eating the same, if not less, than you usually do. So try a few of those methods out, and remember, calories are king. They are going to be what defines whether you are in a surplus or a deficit or at maintenance. So remember, if you're in fat loss, you've got fat loss in mind, we want to be steering towards a deficit.